Yep, we're live.
We're live.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Gabby.
And I'm Mike.
And today is Tuesday, which means we're filming a brand new Hyundai vehicle. Today's vehicle is the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe Luxury Hybrid. So this is the luxury trim for the hybrid. It's available in a regular hybrid vehicle that only has an electric motor capable of working with the gasoline engine, so no full electric range. And then we also have the option of a plug-in hybrid for this vehicle as well, which will give you up to 50 kilometers of fully electric range. So we're going to talk about what comes in this vehicle, do a full exterior and interior walk around. I'll go over the specs as well too, if you're curious. But first, we're going to talk about why we do these videos.
Oh, okay. No, it caught me off guard. Okay, so first thing we do this videos is that if you guys own a Kia or a Hyundai, obviously, you know, we're packed with a ton of information, gives you an opportunity to learn about your vehicle a lot more in-depth technology-wise and obviously drivability and functionality.
Yep. And then number two, you may be considering a new vehicle. We want you to add Kia or Hyundai or even both of them to your selection list. There's so much value in these vehicles, so much to learn about, and we are going to try our best to go over everything with you. And then number three.
Number three. So if you are looking to buy a Kia or a Hyundai, we have 3 locations across Ontario. So 2 here in Brantford, that's Brantford Kia and Brantford Hyundai. And up north, we have Owen Sound Hyundai. So really, if you are going to buy one, why not buy from us?
Why not? But keep in mind, we can only sell in Ontario. We get that question a lot.
Yes.
So just in Ontario, Canada, that is. We're going to show you guys how you can join a live video if you want to catch our next one. We go live every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So all you have to do is go to YouTube. It can be whatever browser. If you're on a laptop, it'll look a little something like this. And then under our live tab, sorry, I should probably point there. Under our live tab or our home tab, you'll see our upcoming video. After 2 p.m. hits, once you click that video, it'll load you in and you'll actually be watching us. You may have to watch an ad, maybe. There's me. It's so weird whenever I have me on my screen and I'm over here. It scares me. And then on the right side over there, we have our live chat box. So that's where you guys can go to ask us questions. You can say hello. I actually have 2 of my real life friends watching today, which is, I'm like a little nervous, not gonna lie. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, we always do a question period at the end of the walk around where you guys can comment on whatever you'd like. And if there's anything I may have missed, you can always ask it again. But with that being said, let's take a look at the car.
All right.
So Mike, do you have the key on you?
Yes.
Yes?
Ooh,
can I grab it from you first?
Here we go. Let me grab it. Let me make sure this is the right key. Yes, it is.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, we'll start with what's under the hood because we get asked this a lot. Of course, with the hybrid powertrain vehicle, we'll have a lot of orange components, and that's typically your hybrid components. We also have a 1.6-liter turbocharged GDI engine, so that's a 4-cylinder engine. The output of the engine and the electric motor combined is 226 horsepower and 258 pound-foot of torque. So this definitely has a bit more power than the regular naturally aspirated Hyundai Santa Fe. And then, of course, you're going to get a little bit more fuel efficiency. Not a little bit, a lot of it. More fuel efficiency.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. For our grille, we have this beautiful satin chrome finish. Let me just close this up, actually, so you get the full look. And then close it all the way. Still didn't close it all the way. Mike will do it.
There we go.
Woo! So our Hyundai logo up front, we have a collision avoidance sensor integrated into the grille as well. So this vehicle will monitor the distance of the vehicle ahead of you. If you are in stop and go traffic, your stop and go or smart cruise control will adapt to that and bring you up to a stop and then take you back up to speed. It's also going to monitor how close you are and keep you at that safe distance. Now, if the vehicle ahead of you were to just slam on the brakes suddenly or someone cuts you off, it'll sense it as a collision risk. And it will warn you, and then it will brake for you. So it does emergency braking to avoid a collision, which is fantastic. It's a great safety feature to have. I'm going to turn the lights on first, just because these are full LEDs, and they are so, so bright. So let's take a look. I'll leave the key in there so it doesn't beep at me. So your daytime running lights, your actual headlight unit here, everything full LED, super, super bright. I'll have Mike quickly pan over to the door, and you can see the cutoff. Very sharp. At nighttime, a lot of people comment about how the headlights are positioned a bit lower in the vehicle. Well, it's great for people that are driving in front of you. You're not flashing them and not getting into their eyes, but you can still see everything. I absolutely love the design, and then of course the functionality of these lights.
These lights are really bright.
Yes.
Every single time someone's in a vehicle with me,
yeah.
in the dark, they're like, whoa, are those high beams?
I can see, yeah.
Yeah, so doesn't do it justice here.
Yeah, for our wheels, we have these 19-inch machine finished alloy wheels. So these are available on the urban trim, the luxury hybrid, and plug-in hybrid as well. So Very nice design, bigger wheels. They still look very sleek, ties in with the rest of the sophisticated look on this vehicle. Got a little bit of skid garnishing on the bottom, so more of that matte chrome, I guess I would say, or satin chrome. Satin chrome is the right word for it. We also have that on our door handles. Also on our door handles, we have our push button. So essentially, if I have the car keys somewhere on me, it could be in my pocket, in my hand, or even in my bag. All I have to do is walk up to here, press this, it'll unlock the door for you, and vice versa. When you're leaving your vehicle, you press this, it'll lock it for you. So I never really touch my key. I am gonna touch the key right now though, to show you guys what is on it. So this is Hyundai Smart Key. It is a push-to-start vehicle, so you don't actually have to use the physical key, although there is one in here in case of emergencies. But we have our lock, our unlock, our tailgate, our panic button, and then our remote start. In order to use Kia or Hyundai's remote start, all you have to do is press lock and then press and hold the remote start button for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then your engine will turn over. Or if you have an EV, your motor will turn on, and your lights will turn on, and your climate control will turn on. All right, now I'll come around to the back. This is the first model in Hyundai Santa Fe lineup that features a power tailgate. So we can trigger it with the key fob, which I'll do now. There we go. And you can change, oh, keep holding it, there we go.
Sorry, I think I set that to short because I was putting the license plate in.
You set it to short?
Like it's like a quick,
Oh,
like
no.
it was just a quick touch. Okay, let's manual
We'll do
this
it
again.
manual.
There we go.
Okay, now to set it to whatever height you want, once you have it, so you do it manually to wherever you want to go, and then you press and hold here. I think it's 3 seconds again. The car should beep. There you go. And now every time I open it, it's going to open to that setting, which is much nicer. Thanks for that, Mike.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people on our lot do it because when we're
Yeah.
putting plates on, it's just quicker to.
Yeah, well, especially if it opens all the way.
Yeah.
If you do have a tight garage, though, this is a great feature. A lot of people think about this, oh, if you're just shorter as a person. But if you have minimal clearance, you definitely want to set this to somewhere lower because as high as it goes, it's pretty darn high. Now, I can get under here, no problem. We'll talk about the seating configuration. So it is a 5-seater vehicle. Those seats do fold down all the way, and you do have these power buttons here to do it for you. So I'm just going to fold over the right one. There we go. Let me move.
Everyone has a tall passenger.
Guys,
and
this is
touch
a
pad,
mess
yeah.
today.
It's raining.
All right. Good thing these seats are powered, though. So all I got to do
Nice.
is push it forwards.
I'll get that angle here. Hold on.
And then this will go down just about all the way. And then you can imagine on the left side what it would look like if that was folded down too. So you have almost a complete flatbed. If you're not taking any passengers in your rear seats, this is a great cargo vehicle, lots and lots of room. And then of course the opening height, I mean, it's huge. You could even sleep here if you wanted to. I could totally lay completely flat here. Maybe if we get enough legs, we'll do that. Underneath here though, we do have a mobility kit. So this vehicle does not come, oh, does it come with a spare now? It does come with a spare.
Do you have something to
I think
open
for 2022, they didn't come with a spare. Dang, guys. And then we do have a cargo storage space on the left. Some battery components. Over here, you got this 3-section of storage. So you can take this, oh my gosh, the styrofoam cover out if you don't need it and if you don't like the divider, then you just have an empty space of storage. I will have Mike focus in there again just to show you what else is there. So in addition to the remote folds for the seats, you do have a 12-volt outlet. And then you do have hooks alongside the vehicle for a cargo net, which is pretty handy. All right, now let's close this up. I'm never letting my friends watch me live again. This has been such a mess so far. I will point out these taillights are full LEDs, and then you have your H-TRAC and hybrid branding on the right side of the vehicle. So never forget it's all-wheel drive, and you'll never forget it's a hybrid. But honestly, the amount of time you're not going to be filling up with gas will let you know that anyway. Before I hop into the passenger side or the driver's side, I'll have Mike quickly do like a little walk around.
Can you remote start it right now?
Not with that door open.
Oh, let me just close this. And there's a reason behind this.
Oh, yeah. So lock and then press and hold remote start. Couple seconds. There she goes. She starts, but because it's nice and warm in here, no engine. But the engine might turn over in a couple seconds, guys, especially depending on what temperature we had the climate control set to last. So one thing with Kia and Hyundai vehicles, when you remote start from the key fob, it goes to your last saved climate control setting. So if you had the AC on, then the next morning it is super, super I don't know, cold? You might want to check that. You might get into a cold car, or you might get into one. Okay, let's open this up, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's inside.
Very quiet when it starts.
Oh yeah.
Tough for someone like me from my house to start it from the driveway and know if it's started.
Well, the lights do flash.
But yeah, I mean, that's one thing there.
For our side here, we have automatic express windows for the driver and passenger, and then of course the rest are powered. You also have memory seats. So the memory seats not only save your seating position for the driver, it's also going to save your mirror presets. So especially if, I don't know, you have 2 or 3 different drivers and you guys are very, very different heights, you're going to love having memory seats. On top of that, the seats are powered, so you can see. We have 4-way lumbar support, so you get your back nice and comfy. And then your backrest of the seat. The bottom of the seat, so you can bring it down. You can also tilt it and angle it. See how it kind of pushes in, folds in. That's cool, eh? It's cool to see.
Yeah.
And then of course you feel it if you're sitting there. And then we have a knee extension. So this is great for taller drivers. You can really get yourself comfy. And then of course, like I mentioned, it's saved to your driver memory preset. So you just press a button, hop in your car, you're all good. Let me hop in real quick just to show you guys what's on the left side here. Oh, I put the seat in a very weird spot. Okay. I will say, initial impressions, I've driven the Santa Fe a couple times. I do love the hybrid just because the extra power boost. It's a lot more fun than the naturally aspirated Santa Fe, I will say. I really like how you sit in the vehicle. It is super, super easy to see out of. Especially if you're someone shorter like me, it's nice to feel comfortable in the vehicle that you're in. And usually bigger vehicles, they're harder to see, harder to drive, harder to park. I have no problem in this vehicle. Let's talk about some more styling and features though. So on the left side here, we have our brightness adjustment. We also have our lane keep assist and our hold for our tailgate, which will now open to a convenient height. And over here, we have our traction control to disable, and then our electronic parking brake. So it's just a switch control. You pull it up to engage it. You guys may have heard that. And then to release it, you're just gonna hit your brake and then push it down, and it will release your parking brake. Now for our steering wheel, it is a leather wrapped steering wheel and it is fully heated. One thing I love about Kia and Hyundai, they heat the whole wheel. None of this funny business where they only heat certain touch spots. So anywhere you like to drive or anyhow you like to drive, your hands are gonna be nice and toasty. And you can also start your vehicle from Hyundai's Blue Link app and turn on your heated steering wheel from there. Life changer. Now we also have these paddle shifters. This is tied to your 6-speed automatic transmission. So if you're feeling a little fun, a little sporty, you can manually select your gears if you'd like. On the left here, we have our volume controls and our voice commands. So there's our voice command button, super easy to locate. Mode, which will change your media modes, whether it be between Bluetooth audio, Sirius XM radio, FM, AM. Volume, which you can either bring up or down, and then if you want to quickly mute whatever you're listening to, you just press it down like a button, then answer and decline for your phone. Hyundai badge in the center with, of course, your airbag and your horn. Then on the right, we have our cruise control. So you can turn this on by pressing this button up here, set your speed, and then set your following distance. And like I mentioned earlier, this will work in stop-and-go traffic. It'll take you all the way up to a halt and get you moving back again. Now, when you have your smart cruise control on and your steering assistance, and you're on a registered highway in Ontario, or not even Ontario, North America. For me, it's mostly Ontario. It will know the speed limit of the road you're on. If there's any curves in the road, it's going to monitor those curves of the road, steer for you, give you driver input. It's going to maintain distance from the car ahead of you. It's essentially all your safety features, but combined into one. It's called Highway Drive Assist, and it will change your life. So you got that on this vehicle. Now I'll have Mike join me in the passenger side, and we'll go over everything else.
I'll knock off a couple of things before I do that here.
Okay.
So you've got an MSRP on this just north of 46,000, so well, I mean closer to 47,000. 7.4 liters per 100 kilometer, mixed city and highway, which is great.
I put the seat in a horrible spot.
It's okay.
And I also wanted to ask you, what's availability like on one of these?
Availability in one of these is fairly decent. I mean, it's getting a lot better for us. I'm going to say 3 to 5 months.
3 to 5
yeah,
months? That's not
3
bad.
to 5 months. Yeah.
So I can tell you on the Kia side of things. So Kia's equivalent to this vehicle, I'm so sorry about the beeping, would be the Kia Sorento. So it does come in a hybrid and it does come in a plug-in hybrid. However, if you're looking for this vehicle in a plug-in hybrid, it's equipped the same as this. So you can get this beautiful sunroof, you can get the leather seats, you can get all these features in the plug-in hybrid or the regular hybrid. In the Kia Sorento, you can't, and you can only get a 6-seater configuration. So if you frequently need 5 seats, you would have to have someone in the very, very back of the vehicle, because the center seats here, the middle row, is captain's chairs. So you would lose quite a bit of cargo space. I do love the Sorento, but this is definitely an advantage for the Santa Fe when it comes to the hybrid and plug-in hybrid Santa Fe. All right, hop in. Now that that's over. Styling wise, I absolutely love the look inside of here. You'll see a lot of those streamline finishes, and then you also have your vents kind of integrated right by your window over there. So it really gets onto you rather than just, I don't know, onto your hands in some other cars. And then just the rest of the dash looks pretty good. You got this little storage pocket there that's not found in a lot of vehicles. And then of course your glove box underneath. Mike, do you want to quickly show the glove box? Perfect. And it's pretty spacious. It's a deeper glove box, wide. Put a lot of things in there, a lot of manuals, French and English if you buy from us, or anywhere in Canada really.
Or a ton of receipts if
Yeah.
you're one of those people that could claim.
Yep. And then in our center here, this is our control panel. I like to think of this as a computer keyboard. There's a lot of buttons. So Tesla fans, cover your eyes. There's a lot going on here. Even a lot for me, I will say. I do think I like the Sorento a bit more dash-wise. Oh, our gimbal's freaking out. Here we have our not our climate control, our media controls. So you can go.
Hold on a second. I thought it would just come back too, but no.
All right, it seems stable. Good?
Oh yeah, we're good now.
All right, so this is our infotainment and media controls. So anything I press here, I can actually just find if I go through my screen instead. So for example, if I want to go to setup, rather than pressing here, I could press my setup gear over there and it'll take me to the same menu. But it's nice to have, you know, both controls. Now, what you'd use frequently is, of course, your volume and your tune knob. You can quickly get to map, quickly get to nav, wherever you need to go. You can do that through here. Climate control, of course, very, very important. We do have dual zone climate. So over here, I can set my temperature to whatever I like, and I can actually see it up here. So it'll give me a little climate control menu. And then if Mike is feeling a little colder, a little hotter, he can adjust his to be separate. So now when we take a look up there, they're different. But wait, if I press the sync button, everything is all synced up. It's all going to be the same. And then with Kia and Hyundai's hybrids, they added another additional feature that is driver only. So if it's just you driving, you're on your way to work, on your way to go shopping, you only have to heat up or cool down the driver's side area. So it's going to save a little bit of energy there. Just directly underneath, we have our shift-by-wire transmission. So this is definitely new for a lot of people, but we've seen it in quite a few Hyundai models, more so Hyundai than Kia. So to use it, it works like a regular transmission, just in a different form. You do have to have your brake fully depressed, and then you can switch to whatever gear you need. So if you need to go to reverse, press reverse with the engine on and, you know, your brake fully depressed. Same with neutral, and then also for drive, and then back to park. So it's always going to light up in whatever gear you're in. There's also auto hold directly to the right of that. So auto hold is a fantastic feature that holds you at a complete stop when you fully depress the brake pedal. Heated steering wheel right underneath, which you already know my thoughts on. I think a heated steering wheel is a must, and it's actually standard in the Hyundai Santa Fe. So you can go to the preferred model, which is the entry level, and get a heated steering wheel, and I think it's worth it. Then just underneath, we have a couple more climate control features for the seats. So we have ventilated seats and heated seats, 3 different levels for driver and passenger. So of course, passenger on the right, driver on the left. Let me turn those off. And then right above that, sorry, we're all over the place, we have our drive and terrain modes. So on the left side, we have the choice of 3 different drive modes: Eco, Sport, and Smart. And I'll quickly have Mike pan over to our fully digital instrument cluster, where we can see what drive mode we're in, and it changes the look of those dials. So your speedometer and your tachometer change depending on what mode you're in. And your vehicle changes too, so it's not a gimmick. If you're in eco mode, the car will feel a bit, oh.
Sorry.
Here, we'll try turning it back on.
Yeah. Sorry guys, give us a second. This is completely my fault, not Gabby's.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then tilt it. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay. Hopefully that works. All right. Yeah, I'm just making sure the screen looks good. Okay. So where was I? Eco
Drive
mode.
mode. Yeah, eco mode, yeah.
Eco mode. So your car will feel a tad bit more sluggish than, of course, if it was in sport, but your fuel efficiency will be fantastic. It's great if you're just tooting around the city and you don't really need a lot of power. However, if you floor it, you still get power in the vehicle. It's not slow by any means. Then we'll go up 1 or down 1 to sport. Sport mode, you'll get this beautiful carbon fiber and red-esque trim. Even your lane keep assist menu looks a little sporty. It looks like a little racetrack kind of drag strip. This is the perfect car for the drag strip, by the way. This is going to hold gears a little bit longer. It's going to use a little bit more fuel. Of course, this vehicle will still be pretty darn fuel efficient. And then you'll notice a lot more sensitivity from the throttle. So as soon as you tap it, it's going to want to go. So it's good for getting onto highways, passing cars, whatever. Drag strip, you never know. It's your car. And then down one will go to smart mode, and that will just adapt to whatever you're doing. So it's actually just a mix of eco and sport. It'll be like a normal drive mode, and then as soon as you floor it, it'll put you to sport mode. Once you let off the throttle and tone it down a little bit, it'll take you back in eco mode, normal mode. So that's pretty cool. We'll press it down like a button, and then we go into our terrain mode. So here we have snow, mud, and sand. This is going to play around with your all-wheel drive torque distribution, your electronic stability assist, and your traction control to give you optimal performance in those conditions and minimize slippage. I hate saying that, but it's true. Over here we got some storage space and our wireless phone charger. So our USB there, wireless charge door there, or not door, oh my gosh, indicator, so it'll tell you if it's charging, and you actually just drop it into the slot here. So you'll see there is this venting, so your phone doesn't overheat. Then you have two cup holders. Oh my gosh, the gimbal's nuts today. Yeah. So two cup holders, one longer one, which is great if you have one of those long tumbler glasses, and then just a regular size one here. And then in the center, we have this pretty cool storage pocket. So up here, we got a little cargo divider, and then a pretty deep center console there. Very nice. Here we go. The lights in here, oh my gosh, are LEDs. So not only are all of your outside lights LEDs, so are your interiors. And then check this out. We have a beautiful panoramic sunroof. So it extends all the way to the back seats. The glass, however, only opens to about here. There we go. And then if you don't want any sunroof at all, it does have a powered cover. So you press close, the cover will come out in a second to close everything up. The only disadvantage of having such a big sunroof is how long it takes to close, but that's not even a disadvantage unless it starts pouring rain out of nowhere, which also this vehicle has rain sensing wipers, so that means you don't have to play that awkward game of how are my wiper blades going a little bit too fast, everyone else's seems to be slower. The car will set it to a perfect speed, so don't worry about that. All right, now we'll take a look at the back and talk about cargo space, not cargo space, back seat space, what it's like back there.
Well, being comfortable.
Yeah, comforts. Okay.
You know what it is, guys? The weight is off on the gimbal because of the mic we have set up, but I'm going to fix that eventually.
Eventually.
Well, let me put this up.
You're going to fix that too?
Yes. It's one of those days.
Oh, it's absolutely one of those days. There's a lot back here, I will. Thanks, Mike. All right, so you could already tell these seats, they do recline. So I had mine pretty far back, but this would be more of a how I'd like to sit if I was a rear passenger. This is my seat just about fully reclined. So pretty far, not fully reclined, but fully driver reclined. It's pretty far back. I still have a very good amount of knee space. And then for feet space, I'm very good. You do have room underneath the seat to actually tuck your feet under there. So if you're wearing flat shoes, not like me, you can actually just tuck them there. For the back seats, they are this plastic material, so super easy to wipe down. And we have my favorite, an actual pocket. So a hidden pocket, you could put a laptop there, whatever you need, papers, and it's not visible to anybody looking in, so it's very nice to have. In addition to that, we also have these sunshades. So they just clip on top there. And honestly, these look so much better than the aftermarket ones you can buy. They're seamless, and then they just tuck right back into the side of the vehicle. It's like you don't even have them. A lot of our customers even forget that they have them, and they'll find out like 3 years later. Also back here, your two main seats are heated. So we have two different levels of heated seat just located on the side panel by your window controls. And they're just beautiful speakers. I mean, everything in this vehicle looks nice. You can see this quilting design in the leather. It's pretty. It's really, really pretty. In the center here, we do have air vents and then two USBs at the very bottom. So even your back passengers have connectivity. And on top of that, if there's nobody sitting in the middle, or if you don't like who's sitting in the middle, you can pull this down and have your cup holders or armrest. Super, super comfy. And now it's closed, but before we had the sunroof open, you can see I still have a beautiful view of whatever's out there. If it's a rainy day, you see the water splash on your sunroof. It's a sunny day, you see the sun. I will say the sunroof is a solar glass panel, so it's not, it blocks rays, and you're not gonna have to worry about burning yourself, so that's good. Unless it's open. All right.
These windows are actually tinted, the back ones.
Yeah, so they come from factory like that.
Yeah, and it's just when you're on the inside, you can see a lot more out than they can see in. So.
Dale said shortage. I guess he meant Sportage probably. Cup holders are nicer too. I do like the Sportage cup holders, just the way they are retractable, so they kind of pop out. Great tin shop just beside Brantford Kia. Yeah, so actually directly behind us, we have a great, I think you guys use them too, even though you're like 10 minutes away.
We do.
They're so good. So they tinted my personal vehicles. I love them a lot.
I am going to see the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness.
I always answer these ones I catch. A couple I saw up there that I wanted to answer there is, I drive the Santa Fe most of the time, right? So that's a vehicle that I choose to drive. And someone mentioned that, you know, it looks kind of busy, right? When you kind of look at that, I like to call it the captain's chair and just the pilot controls. It's amazing how fast you get used to it. And I can touch it without even looking at it at this point right now.
Randy said, not a fan of the infotainment system that sticks up out of the dash. I prefer the key infotainment that is integrated into the dash. So that's where I'm with you.
Yeah.
So with the Kia equivalent, the Kia Sorento, I definitely like how everything is laid out a bit more, and how there is still a lot of buttons, but they're laid out in better spots. So it's not the point where it feels like a computer keyboard where there's buttons beside buttons everywhere. So a little easier for me there. However, I do think the seating configuration in this vehicle is much nicer. And just the overall finish of some of the materials looks a bit more premium.
I like the buttons, but purely because it just looks cool when someone else is in the car. They go, whoa, what's all this?
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Remember, this isn't even the ultimate calligraphy,
Yeah,
right? And you kind of saw, you know, what it offers too as well. So I'm very impressed with it.
There are too many little things that steered me towards the Sportage PHEV and still do. Yeah, so the Sportage PHEV I think is completely, well, size-wise, it's not comparable to this. It's a little bit smaller. I would say the Sorento is the equivalent to this, and the Sportage, I think it's much. I would choose that over a Santa Fe, but I also don't need the size, right? Oh.
And take a good look, guys, because this is the 24 is different.
Oh, the 24
Totally
is so
redesigned.
different. So I'm excited to see what they do there.
Yeah, you won't see too many of these anymore.
Yeah.
In the videos.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up a bit. A lot of people said hi in the beginning, so hello everyone. Thank you guys for watching with us. Ocean Bulletin Blair said we aren't real life. You guys are real life, but just people I know from like my personal life. Hi Gabby and Mike, greetings from Oakville. My last time I'll be able to watch this video as I have returned to work since the pandemic. Well, congrats on going back to work. That's awesome. And also we appreciate, Steven, he watches our videos quite a bit, so it's always nice to see him. We'll miss you. Hi
Watch
guys.
it on your cell phone.
Hi guys, what is gasoline direct injection? What's the difference in IVT transmission? So gasoline direct injection actually has to do with the way the fuel enters the engine and not the transmission. So for the transmission, IVT stands for Intelligent Variable Transmission. It is very similar to CVT, but I will say it feels less rubber bandy, it feels more responsive. So Kia and Hyundai are definitely doing a good thing with their IVTs. But it performs like a regular automatic. You don't have to worry about changing gears. So there's that.
It blows my mind how much you know, honestly.
Thank you. Are GDIs still reliable? I mean, watch Scotty Kilmer's video. So to put it this way, I do have, or I had, I guess we had 3. One was just traded in. I currently still have my 2013 Kia Optima. I think it's at 200 and almost 70,000 kilometers right now. That's a GDI engine. She's great. She's healthy. I still drive her sometimes. My current vehicle is a MPI, so I can't speak for that. And then my very, very first vehicle, which was nearing 300,000 kilometers and was in 2006, was also GDI. So, wow.
I drove none of those.
I like them. Let's see. Is a blacked out grill available? It is not. Nothing a little Posse dip can't fix though.
Exactly.
Let's see. GDIs require more TLC, like a cleaning every 10K. Yes. I'll stop the suspense. My new car is a Forte LX S-Tech. Ooh, congratulations on your next car, or on your newest car. Can the climate control be done but through the Hyundai Blue Link program? And yes, it can. So what you can do is start your vehicle, set whatever temperature you like. So I already have a preset for winter and a preset for summer. Of course, max heat or max heat. And then with the windshield defrost, everything, you can do it all on your phone. Lena said hi from Julia. Hi, Julia. Mike, woo.
I see you, Aaron. I see you.
Let's see. Driver will be lost in the buttons, LOL. So I think if you were test driving this vehicle, you've never driven a Santa Fe before, it'll be a lot for you. But even for me, like, after I drove it a couple times, you get used to it.
Get it. You get it. And I make a point too, sometimes, this and the Palisade, when I sit people down, or sometimes people catch me on the lot before a test drive, I'm like, you need 5 minutes, and I'll walk them through everything, and it just makes the test drive so much better.
How much percentage of a tint is allowed so that the Mounties don't bother us? I think I'm wrong, but I want to say you can have whatever tint for the rear windows, but you can't have anything higher than 20 or lower than 20 for the front, I think.
I was
maybe
gonna say
30.
something
Is it
different,
30?
but yeah, I was going to say 33.
Okay, 30.
But
It's definitely 30. Yeah, that is all. Oh my gosh, I just refreshed. Now there's a bunch more questions. Okay.
Great content. Helped me pick the Seltos with the video you posted 2 months ago. That's why we make these videos, guys.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm glad to hear you picked a Seltos.
Palisade is great. Palisade is my favorite. Thank you for mentioning that.
Car YouTubers already have the Ionic 6 to review. Can you also get an Ionic 6 to review?
Oh.
Guess what Mike texted me this morning?
Yes, so we should be getting one in this month, and I'm very excited. You should start the video with me just,
driving in.
ripping it around the corner, yeah, and then, just kind of surfing in here.
Oh my gosh. I will say, most car reviewers, they'll either get a pre-production model or they may be based in another area, so they'll get a car from somewhere else. I know there's Canadian YouTubers that get a lot of cars from California.
Yeah.
So we're not a car reviewer channel, we're a dealership that happens to review cars. So we only get the cars that our dealership is assigned.
But if you come by, I'll let you drive it.
Sure.
Right? That's the difference.
Ronak said, I love how Gabby's always giggling. I am just I think everything's so funny. Such a happy girl. Does this vehicle have the same safety features as the Kia Sorento SX Prestige X-Line? So we don't actually get an SX Prestige X-Line Sorento. I believe that is your fully loaded version of the Kia Sorento out in the States. And I'm going to say it has a lot of it, but it's not going to have your heads-up display. It won't have the blind view monitor or the 360 camera or the front sensors. So it has a lot of equipment, but it doesn't have what's in our very, very top-of-the-line model, because that's reserved for the top model.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, have you seen the presentation teaser for the Ionic 5N? Yes, we saw it in person at the auto show. It's
and you could see it if you just look
Watch
through
our video.
Look through our library of videos. We showcased a lot there. Can Mike show off the Ionic 6 at Brantford Hyundai location? Yes, we will. We actually have a great little showroom, and you guys will get a view of that this week. We are going to... 2 questions I saw here.
Yeah.
We are going to film a video for you guys to obviously see for Friday. It'll be pre-recorded, right? Yeah, the one we're going to shoot. And a question I saw at the very top, this will feature a Santa Fe with the side rails. So that's coming. So 2 birds, 1 stone right there, guys.
What's the minimum duration for leasing the EVs? Minimum duration is 36 months here in Canada. And they also asked about interest rates. They're high, that's for sure. The residual is also very, very high. I believe they're at, I want to say 8.99 or 7.99% right now for lease.
Yeah. Yeah, for lease, yeah.
Yeah.
For lease, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Can you imagine finance?
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, it's a state of the economy right now, so.
Yeah, terrifying. Have you seen the new Sonata facelift? It looks totally different. Yes, so we spoke about that a little bit last week. It is nuts, literally nuts.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that car. I want to consider it for my own personal vehicle. What are your finance rates today? So honestly, it depends on the vehicle if you're looking at new. Telluride and our EVs and PHEVs definitely have a higher interest rate. And then stuff like the Forte, I want to say it's, I think, at 3.99% right now. So They're not great. The days of 0% interest are gone for sure. It's rough out here.
Yeah, you know what? And then this financing should be lower or higher. I mean, I guess in general, guys, I mean, you look at the mortgage industry, you look at everything right now with inflation. They were lower last year, I can say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not in economic analysis, so I can't tell you when they're gonna higher or lower, but yeah, guys, this is the state of the economy right now. So obviously we try and keep it as
straight up
as possible. Exactly. There we go. I had no words, so thank you.
You guys have used inventory as well? Question mark. Yes. So we carry about just about everything. We have trucks. We have literally a Tesla right now. Little cars, big cars. We've had vans, like cargo vans. We've had minivans. Just about everything.
Yeah, brand-wise, I can speak on behalf of our store too.
Brand-wise, we carry everything.
Yeah, and we have a ton. I mean, when you see 23s in these videos for Hyundai, we have a ton of 22s.
Yeah.
Right, barely driven. People are just trading it in off of the first year because they like flipping their cars every year. So it's really great because a lot of people come for a 23, and we've got a 22 that's the same model.
Old service owners.
Yeah, exactly, and it's available for purchase now. So check out our sites.
How far are we in today's video?
Have I seen the Hyundai Casper? Is that a trick question? Because would it be see-through? Casper, the friendly ghost? I don't know.
Do they come with warranties? So our pre-owned vehicles, it depends. If it's a 2001 Pontiac Torrent, I don't know. No.
No.
However, we carry over the remainder of the factory warranty, if there is still factory warranty on the vehicle, of course. And then our team does offer a couple extended warranty options.
Yeah.
But that's up to you if you would like to purchase it. Hi team, can you explain the minor differences of the plug-in hybrid and the regular hybrid? For sure. So with a regular hybrid like the vehicle we have today, it does have an electric motor, but the electric motor does not hold a charge from a plug-in over there. I don't know if it's in frame, but we have a charge over there. A plug-in hybrid will have a bigger battery pack that you can plug in, like the name suggests.
Yeah.
You can use AC chargers, so a level 1 or a level 2, but not a DC charger. And the Kia ones go up to around 55 kilometers, Kia and Hyundai. So that you can drive on fully electric range if the conditions are met. So if you're absolutely flooring your car, like you're going 150 kilometers on the highway, it will still need a little help from the engine. It's not a fully electric vehicle. But if you're driving around town, getting your errands done, you can do that on full electricity, get home or get back to work and plug it in and not waste a drop of gas. Alternatively, once your plug-in or fully electric range is depleted, you still have a regular hybrid. So it is this car plus 50 kilometers of electric range that you can recharge at any point, as long as you have a cable to plug it in. So
yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. I hope that helps a little bit. It's always hard to explain. Are electrics still reliable in winter? I know Teslas aren't. So we've never had problems with our electric cars in the winter. And for reference, we've had, so Pat drives an EV every single day. He's the dealership owner. He lives a bit of ways away and he drives it to work every day, charges it at work, charges it at home, whatever he needs to do. He's had no problem with it. On top of that, we also had one of our shuttle cars. So this car, I think in 1 year of having it, we put almost 60,000 kilometers on it. So we drove it. It went places. And it was a Soul EV. So we drove that in the winter, the summer, the fall. Literally all day, every day, no problems with it.
It's just basic, you know, just like a gasoline car, you want to start the car, let it run, and just kind of that type of care.
Yes. Make sure you charge it.
Yeah.
You will run into problems if you don't charge your car, because then you got to go somewhere and there's no charge.
Yeah.
So make sure you plug it in. How long does it take for a vehicle to be shipped from the port of Annapolis Island, BC to an Ontario dealership? So once it's at BC, I want to say around 6 weeks, but sometimes it varies. So right now there's a lot of delays with the train compound.
Yeah.
Cars are just sitting there.
Yeah, there's a lot of delays with just basically where they can dock these boats, these ships, and then obviously take the cars off. And that's more recently. So.
Yeah. Angel asked, will the shuttle vehicle be available for sale soon? And we actually sold that one already. I was very sad to see that one go. Tucson PHEV wait time. That's you.
Yeah, that takes a while. Anything electrified is going to take a while. So I'm going to say a year I'm going to say a year to a year and a half, honestly.
Yeah. The Sportage PHEV, I'm definitely telling my customers, you're waiting a year now. 'Cause they were supposed to be here a while ago, and we still haven't gotten our first one yet. It's going to be here next week or 2 weeks. Have you guys seen the new GV60 Coupe? Insane. I actually have not seen it.
Neither have I yet.
And your powertrain warranty covers battery costs. So for Kia and Hyundai, our hybrids and plug-in hybrids and EVs have a separate warranty that covers all electric components, and that's 8 years, 150 kilometers in Canada. Okay, I think that's it for today. I've talked so much.
I think we tackled a ton of questions.
Yeah, we got questions today, not just like, so what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice. Of course, we will be going live again tomorrow, so please join us tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Guys, we're so close to 100,000 kilometers
100,000
subscribers.
K.
We should just call it kilometers because that's what we're used to. So please, if you aren't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate it. Then maybe we'll have a beautiful plaque to put beside our banner over there.
Yes, get us to 100K subscribers, get a nice silver play button.
Yeah. All right, take care, have a good rest of your day, and we hope to see you the rest of this week. Bye.